Well, hey, we're gonna get ready to box something up for StockX. So we got the shoes, we got the box. I like to use bubble wrap. You don't have to, but it's just a way that I like to do it. And then of course, all the paperwork. I can't show it to you because it has addresses, but let's get started. This box I'm actually reusing. So if you want to save on costs and stuff like that, and you get a bunch of shoes in, you can just repurpose boxes and save some bread. Because I'm repurposing it, I have a shipping label on there, which you could cover if you want, but if you happen to have a heat gun, you could always take the label off by using the heat gun. Before 2020, Nike started telling store owners that they had a little tracking strip behind the label on the shoebox, and was telling store owners, hey, we're going to pay attention to the fact that if you resell, we're going to be able to track you. So it had a bunch of store owners paranoid. So what they would do is they started trying to tear off the label, and it would mess up the label. So they got smart and started using heat guns, took the label off, took the strip out, put the label back on.
Was it true?
Hey, I don't know, man. Some labels are a little more stubborn than others, but that one came off pretty easy.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
And dude, this is actually a really good box, man. Like the thickness and the construction of it. Some boxes are real thin and you run the risk of it getting crunched, but the thicker the box, the better, I guess. So I actually pre-cut, I feel like this is a cooking show. I actually pre-cut some bubble wrap, and I'll show you how I do that, but you definitely want to have all the things that you can have for the shoe. Like I have a little, this is a grade school pair, so it comes with a sticker. You don't have to have that. StockX's rules is you can actually have some missing accessories, but if I have it, I like to try to provide all of that stuff. Yeah. So they won't reject your sell if you don't have the extra laces. But man, they're really finicky. Like if they say that they'll reject damaged boxes, but how much damage is considered damaged? You know what I mean? Like there's times where I've wanted to sell on their platform, but there's a tear on the lid or there's a dent, and I'm like, is this going to get rejected? Will I have to pay a 15% restocking fee if it is? Like, I think that they should make it where I get to choose if I'm okay with the box being damaged or not. Like, I'm going to wear the shoes. If you're saying, hey, I'm going to reject this sell because the damaged box, at least give me the option of if I still want to purchase it. Anyway, what I do is I take pictures of every single angle of the shoe in the box. The reason why I do that is I had back-to-back sells back in the day that were rejected because the sneaker boxes got damaged, not by my own doing, but UPS during the shipping process crushed the boxes. So they rejected my sell, and I got the boxes back messed up. So I lost additional value because of that.
So it's like documentation. Insurance, I guess?
Dude. Yes. You know what's crazy? So I had those back-to-back incidences where the boxes got damaged, and I like to take pictures of the shoe. So if they come back and they say, hey, there was this flaw, there's that flaw. Nah, man, that happened in your warehouse. That didn't happen over here. So I take pictures of every angle of the box, every angle of the shoe. And that way you just CYA, man, cover your own. But I had an instance where I had a pair of clot Jordan 14s, and they had this like traditional Chinese medallion on the back of it. And whenever I shipped it, it had both of them on there. Well, when they got to the verification, they try to say, hey, there's a missing piece here. And I was like, well, that happened through email. That happened at your facility. And they're like, no, our verifier said that it was received this way. I had all my pictures and I said, no, I sent it to you. Here's proof. This is back before iPhone had metadata. Mm-hmm. So I had to download an app and upload those pictures to prove the metadata to show them when I took pictures of it, the time and the place.
Wow.
And they honored it. So I got the sale and they had to eat it.
Good on you, good on them, I guess.
Remember, you have to put the packing slip inside the box before you wrap it all up. I forget all the time, and then I have bubble wrap on it, and I have to tear it all back down and put the paper in there, and I've learned the hard way. So let's see.
You're to the point where you know basically what length you need to pre-cut it to?
Yes, for the most part. Yeah,
The expert.
for the most part. Just because, like, grade school, which is a GS pair, bam.
Wow.
Grade school is usually 3 sheets long, 2 sheets wide. Men's sizes are 4 sheets, 3 sheets, typically. Here we go. Yeah. Tape gun. And like I said, you don't have to do this. I just do it. I worked in an oil field company, and I did shipping and receiving there and a bunch of different things. And I remember one time, me and the worker that worked with me, we had shipped some parts out, and we packaged them well, and they got to the plant, and they were mishandled. The box broke open. Some of the parts went missing. They were a couple $100 a piece. Several of them went missing, and they tried to come back and say, hey, it was our fault. From that point on, we changed our methodology and started packaging things a certain way. And what's crazy is I package my shoes the way I package those, and it's just ingrained. So you're gonna see some of that. And then I have that, tuck it in a little bit right there, fold over. What's going on? It gets sticky. And bubble wrap is kind of like toilet paper. You know, do you do the roll in the front or in the back? Do you have the bubbles touching the box, or do you have the smooth side? It's kind of like the whole toilet paper argument. I like the smooth side touching the box and the bubbles facing out.
Okay.
Is how I do it.
It's like aluminum foil. People argue like you're supposed to use
Shiny,
the shiny
matte.
side.
Yeah.
But it's really just the process of like unrolling the aluminum foil. It naturally comes out because one side rubs against the machines.
Yeah.
But one side's always going to be shiny. It's not meant for anything.
I do shiny side. What about you?
I don't cook.
Fair. Look, I'm acting like I cook, dude. I'm talking about maybe tater tots or like
Hey,
chicken nachos or
I don't
something.
cook, I don't clean. Let me tell you how I got this ring.
Oh, well. You know? So, yeah, that's what that was. Because you want it kind of secure in here where it doesn't move around too much, but you don't want it so tight where if it's thrown or something falls on it and the box compromises, that it will immediately compromise onto the shoebox. So you do want it to be fitted in there, but not so snug that, you know, it can become a problem if something happens. That's what happened to my shoes whenever they got crushed in by UPS. I had it so snug that another box fell on it, and whenever it crushed down on it, there was no room for anything to go anywhere, and it just ruined the shoebox.
It's like an
Right.
egg drop from the high school project.
Look, man, I have my GED. I did not graduate from high school, so I have no idea,
It
dude.
stands for get her done.
Okay, yeah, hey, man. Shout out to
My boy.
Larry the Cable Guy, man. So I do 3 stripes
Adidas.
right here, like that. Then down the middle. And sometimes I will do here and here. And then sometimes, depending on how I feel the way the box is constructed, I may do an additional stripe on each side to reinforce the middle. Like I say, this is absolute overkill. This is totally unnecessary, but this comes from whenever I shipped out that delivery in the oil field and it got compromised. So then another strip right here. You want it 50-50, 50% on, 50% off. Tuck it in right there. Right here. Cut it right there. Other side. Come on, man.
Moves.
We've done this before. We've done this before. And then you come here and secure it all the way around. Like that. And then another strip. That way, if you cut your tape a little too far down on the side panel, you can cover it too. And then you come around and just mimic the other side the same way. 3 stripes. And 3 stripes down here. Sometimes you have to tape because it's compromised and it's not very secure. This tape was still good. So I'm just taping over it. Like that. Like that. So not if, but when you order something from us and we have to ship it to you, this is how it's getting shipped. So you can have confidence that we're going to treat your shoe like we would want our shoes to be treated. And then the packing slip going on top. Usually I cut it. Honestly, I need a thermal printer where I can just do the sticker. But hey man, we all start somewhere. And currently my old printer crapped out on me. So I went to Office Depot to print this out.
Pac-Man.
Right there. The way covering it, of course, secures it, but then I'll waterproof it.
Hey.
That way, if it rains, I don't have to worry about it. You know, because look, UPS is a good shipping company, and they know what they're doing, but things happen. So the way I look at it is I'm going to try to eliminate all the possibilities of something getting screwed up, at least the stuff that's within my power to do so, you know? And then what I'll do is I'll take pictures of this as well, because I want proof of the box condition whenever I shipped it off. So if something does happen and it gets messed up in transit, I can go back and say, nah, man, look at how it left my hands. And you just cover yourself a little bit more. Well, that's shipping right there. Like I said earlier, if you purchase something from us, this is how we're gonna box it up and ship it to you. So we're gonna take care of it, make sure it's secure, and it gets to you safely. Cool.